Hi everyone, my name's Purple Celery. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to be reviewing the finale, episode 8 of season 2/series 15 of Doctor Who, The Reality War. Let me start by saying two things. Number one, there obviously will be spoilers, and I'm talking about massive spoilers here. And secondly, I have very mixed feelings about this episode. To me, this felt like two different episodes kind of mashed together into one. The first half of the Reality War felt more like your typical Russell T Davies finale. It was big, it was frenetic, it was bombastic. We had the Doctor bringing the band back together. We had like Belinda, Ruby, Kate Stewart, Mel, Shirley, even Rose Noble. The whole band coming back together to help vanquish the villain. And speaking of which, I must say that I thought Omega was absolutely terrifying. Like the design, it was kind of like both terrifying and repulsive at the same time. So kudos to whoever designed Omega, because yeah, that was quite horrific. I did think that the Rani and the Archie Panjabi Rani was dispatched a bit too quickly and easily. Like we had so much build-up for her, and yet she was just gobbled up by Omega without a second thought. Incidentally, it was interesting to see the Mrs. Flood Rani escape, and it does make me wonder if we'll be seeing her again, and also if it's possible for her to regenerate, because for some reason I had assumed that when you bi-generate and you're kind of the original Time Lord or Time Lady, like say like the 14th Doctor or the Mrs. Flood Rani in this case, for some reason I assume that, you know, when you die, that's it, like you don't regenerate. But maybe you do, I don't know, but maybe we'll find out. The second half of the finale seemed like a different episode. Like the pace was much slower. I personally found it more absorbing than the first half. And this was when we saw Ruby start to remember the real world. Like she was remembering Poppy when nobody else did. I felt so sorry for Ruby, because she was basically being gaslit by the Doctor, being gaslit by everybody, and told that she was just misremembering things. And incidentally, like why didn't the Doctor and Belinda invite Ruby along on their adventures? I mean, they just seemed in such a hurry to basically dump poor Ruby back home and then carry on seeing the stars and seeing Neptune. Like you would have thought, being a former companion, they would have said to Ruby, hey, do you want to come with us? So yeah, long story short, I really felt sorry for Ruby in that bit. This may be a bit controversial, but I really enjoyed seeing the 13th Doctor again. I love the dynamic between her and the 15th Doctor. I really wish that Russell T Davies had written a full episode for Jodie Whittaker, because I do think that she was let down with some of the Chris Chibnall scripts. I also like how we kind of get an explanation as to why the 13th Doctor never told Yaz, I love you. It's basically because the 15th Doctor told her, you'll never say that to Yaz. And so it sounds like, you know, somehow she's internalised that and hence never tells Yaz that. And then we have the big reveal that Poppy existed all along. The bits where Belinda was talking about Poppy to the Doctor were just, I guess, edited out of those episodes. Now, I personally feel cheated. I mean, okay, it's one thing to reveal that Poppy was Belinda's daughter all along, and that Belinda was wanting to get home so much because she was worried about her daughter. But I just feel like things like that need to be seeded. We, as the viewers, need to get little clues and hints that, you know, something is a bit amiss, so that when we do get the reveal, we think, oh yeah, of course, Belinda had a daughter. That's why she had to get back. But there was none of that. The only hint that we really got was that part in the story and the engine, episode 5 I think it was, where Belinda sees this image of Poppy. But that was all. I just feel personally like we as the viewers just needed something more. So let's move on and talk about that scene. And yes, by that scene, I mean the regeneration. Now, I had read some rumours on the internet that Ncuti Gatwa was leaving Doctor Who and that Billie Piper was going to replace him as the Doctor. I dismissed those rumours as simply rumours because I thought surely Russell T Davies would not bring back a former companion as the Doctor themselves. But hey, I was wrong. It turns out that Ncuti did regenerate. He's obviously left the show and Billie Piper has come back, presumably as the Doctor. Although I will note that the end credits didn't actually say introducing Billie Piper as the Doctor. They only said and introducing Billie Piper. I don't agree with this move. That is the move of bringing Billie Piper back, this time as the Doctor. And this is no shade on Billie. Like, she was absolutely fantastic as Rose, like one of my favourite companions. She was great as a companion. I'm just not sure whether she feels doctory enough to pull off the leading role. It also means that if she is going to be the next Doctor or the 16th Doctor, she will be the second female Doctor. And it means that, like, to date, both female Doctors will have been blonde ladies in their late 30s / early 40s. If we were to get a second female Doctor, I would want this person to sort of stand on their own feet, to like stand on their own merits, not to be riding on the coattails of a previous companion. So yeah, I just don't agree with this move. However, I do wonder if Billie is going to be the next Doctor, as to whether she'll just be back for like a special similar to David Tennant. That's my hope. I kind of wish that she's only back for like a special or two and then we'll move on to the 17th Doctor. I liked Ncuti in this episode. I really loved Ruby. I felt like she, did a lot. She was proactive. She saved the day. Belinda, however, was sidelined again. I mean, she was like literally put into a box for a big chunk of the episode. It's just like such a waste of a character. So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Overall, I found this finale to be rather odd and muddled. I don't know. I just think that it kind of like smacks of desperation what Russell T Davies is doing, trying to bring back Billie Piper as the next Doctor. However, I did enjoy seeing Jodie Whittaker again, so like I'll give him a tick for that. Not sure how to score this. Maybe like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. This will be a fairly short video. I will be back next week to give an overall look at season 2 of Doctor Who. But these are just my thoughts. So what did you guys think of this episode? I do think it has the potential to be quite controversial. So I'd love to hear your comments, so pop them below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see everybody next week when I do that overall look. So take care and chat soon.